Hi guys, it's Angie Bell, it's My Fairy Treasures. Okay, I'm continuing on with the series that I'm doing, which is We Are More Alike Than We Are Unalike. And that's a quote from Maya Angelou. And I just thought that quote fits the whole subject. And so last time I did a black woman with a Caucasian or white woman. This time I'm doing a black woman with a native. And very excited to do these two girls together. Just as women, we share a ton in common. We share a ton in common than more than we don't, just being women. Also, we share both a very tragic past that has affected us today. And I don't see very many black women in pictures with native women, which I think is a shame. So I'm so glad to be doing this. So here we go. Let's get started. And I'm going to do the native woman first today. And let me come in a little bit closer. We're going to start with the face, of course. Wait, let me stand up so I can come in closer. That's pretty close. Okay, let's come back down a little bit. There we go. Okay. And then can we get down to the neck when I need to? Yeah, I can just bring that up. You know, we can bring this out just a little bit. Bring this in a little bit more. There we go. I don't think we need to be that far out. Okay. Are we still going here? Yeah, we are. All right. So let's begin. I've chosen all my colors that I'm using for her skin tone, and I'm excited. Okay. You guys know how I like to do it. I like to kind of pre-plan, so I'm not fuddling around forever. I am going to use, as a base coat, I'm going to use Tinsel by Jane Davenport. Now, this is a liquid, like watercolor, or liquid watercolor ink. It's like a liquid watercolor. It's fabulous. And I mix it with water. So I mixed this a little bit lighter toned. And then I took this color, same color for darker skin tone for black women. And I have this one. I have a marked dark and light. So this is really good for like native looking skin or Latin women. So here we go. So we're going to base color the face and the neck first. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm in frame. Yeah. I love to use like some type of watercolor, whether it's a color like a water soluble color stick, or watercolors, or like these Jane Davenport's inks, or watercolor inks. Yeah, I think they're called inks. I think that's what she calls them. Let me just make sure. Yeah, she calls them inks. She calls them incredible inks. And the reason I like the base color this here with this is because it, the reason I love it is because it just looks like skin so much to me. And it's just lays down such a smooth first layer, which I love. I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. Very pretty. Okay. Gorgeous. Okay, so let's now go down to the neck. Let me bring my camera up a little bit. There we go. And we'll do the neck. And I'm not, We're only doing the face and the neck on this first part. We're not doing the hair. But we will. Sorry if I'm getting a little quiet. Just focusing a little bit. Okay. Let's just add a little bit more deepness into here, a little bit more. There we go. All right. So I love that. I love this stuff. It gets a nice quick base coat going on the face. Okay. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so next, you know what? Okay, so that maybe I should come in a little bit more. Okay. Next, let's do the shading. Okay, so I'm gonna take my favorite, I always use it, you guys know, Jane Davenport's Pastel Palette, and this one is, what is it? Birthday Suit. Okay, and it has that beautiful face that she drew on top of it, her artwork. Love it. What I wouldn't do to have my own line of art supplies. Oh my God. Jane Davenport must be so excited. What I love is she made this whole line make it look like makeup. So look, it looks like a makeup palette. It's all pastels. And it's not like those chalky pastels. It's just a really rich and kind of creamy pastel, but still powdery, not like, you know, wet or anything. They're fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Love them. Okay, let's get started. So, the part I love, all of the shading. So we're going to shade with this color right here. Okay? You know what I need? Some readers. Just a second, people. Just a second. And here and there, I might have to turn my paper, so I'll be turning this every which way but loose because, you know, you need to get yourself at the right angle. I'm going to put some darkness right under the eyes here. Okay. Let's bring this down just a little bit here. As it gets to the jawline, I like to thin that out a little bit. Okay, and then let's blend it. Let's do some blending out a little bit here. Okay. Okay. Love it. Okay, and then also, I think I want a little, oh, maybe not. I was thinking maybe I want a little heavy. Let me just bring this back a little bit. There we go. I feel like I just went a little bit far into the face. This is the beauty of using pastels. The beauty of using pastels is that if you mess up at all, you can just erase. So you don't have to be fully committed to anything you do. If you feel like you messed up, just simply erase. It's fabulous. I talk about these all the time. I love them. Okay. Okay. And then let's go to the other side. Oh, let's go back up here at the top. Make sure everyone's still there. Yeah, let's go back up to the top. And blend this out here. Okay. Turning this every which way but loose to make sure I get the right angle so I can do this nicely. Okay, so let's okay. Let's see if I can still be in frame. There we go. No, we can't do it all the way like that. All right, this is about as much as I can. Oh. All right. Okay. And we're going to blend this out. Okay. And I'm going to have to do a little erasing down there by the chin area, I can see. But like I said, I don't worry about it because you can, whatever you get a little overzealous on, you can always erase. So it's just really fabulous. So you don't ever have to worry about messing up when you use these pastels. Absolutely love them. Okay, at the bottom here, I really want to exaggerate right here, getting thinner as we go right here. There we go. Like right here. Okay, I don't want all that color there, all that shading there. Okay. Let me just see. Yeah, it came out a little bit too far. All right, it's okay. We'll just bring it back a little bit. Bring it out a little bit. There we go. Okay, now blend it back out. And then, like I said, just you need to cut that a little bit. You can cut that. There we go. Here we go. Very nice. Okay, let me turn it back around. Let me look at what I'm doing. Very good. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm just fiddling probably too much. All right, so now let's do some shading on the nose. Sorry you guys if I'm getting quiet. I'm just focusing. What a sad day today is. George Floyd's funeral was today, and I watched it this morning. It was very, very sad. Very, very sad. And I hope he didn't die in vain, and I hope our country can change for the better. And I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. It's been very different this time. So, So rest in peace, George Floyd, and pray for his family. Pray for them to heal themselves and get through this hard time, because I'm sure it's horrific for them. Absolutely horrific. Okay, I'm also shading the nose like that. And sometimes I have to erase here because it's a really small area to get right, but I got it right the first time. Woohoo! Okay. Okay. I love doing all this skin like this. This looks gorgeous. Okay, so we got all that, all the shading up here. Just make sure that we got the shading good here. All right, let's also put a little bit of shading here. Okay. And right here in the center, we'll leave lighter. Okay, so I can just erase this in the center. So that's going to be a little highlight right there in the center here. And over here, the highlight will be right here. Okay. And we're not going to put any eyeshadow on her. We're going to use all shading for a beautiful golden face and golden glow. I got some really beautiful colors chosen for her eyes. So I'm really excited about painting in her eyes. Okay, that looks pretty. Very pretty. Okay, you know, I haven't done the neck. So let's go down here and get her neck done. Okay, so let's do her neck. This side, because her hair is blowing this way, so there's more hair over here, so this will be the heavier shaded side. This side will just be shaded a little bit. Always in the crevice here of the neck, I like try to get it nice and shade it like that. Okay, and let's blend it out. Okay. Oh, and the kind of paper I'm working on. I'm working on, I think this is Canon. Let me just look and see. No, this is not Canon. This is, what's an off-brand? What's it called? Oh, it's $9.99 at Hobby Lobby. It's their off-brand. I'll tell you guys, I'll list it below and I'll tell you before this video is over. It's a cold watercolor paper. What cold and hot means is simply this, is that if it's hot press watercolor paper, it's smoother. It's called Master's Touch. That's the name of it, Master's Touch. When I got them, they were 50% off, so I bought 2 of them for $10 instead of paying $10 a piece. They're called Master's Touch. It's cold watercolor paper. Cold means it's kind of rough, okay, and has a lot of bubblies on it. Hot press watercolor paper is it's nice and smooth, which is really what I want is hot. But they didn't even have any hot press watercolor paper. But on the other side of the rough side, it's way smoother. So it's almost like a smooth one. So I just turned it over and I'm using the opposite side. So I wanted to let you know about that. And I love the paper, you guys. It doesn't buckle or anything. It just takes everything. It takes all the mixed media, all the watercolor I use, all the inks I use, everything. Of course the pastels. But yeah, it takes everything really good. Okay, so now and we blended that. Let's do this the other side of the neck. I'm going to take and really take it out from here. I'm going to apply color and just, okay. I want it heavier, way heavier on this side. Because I'm creating a more harsh shadow on this side because the hair is here. So it's going to be darker on this side, right? Right. Okay, so then let's blend this out. Okay. Okay, let's see how that looks. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. I love it. Okay, I think we have all the shading that we're going to do right now. And now let's go into her eyes. I love doing the makeup, or not the makeup, the skin tone. It's almost like doing foundation, shading, highlighting, contouring, the whole thing. I love doing that part. Absolutely love it. You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to add this pencil. It's a red Tuscan pencil. Let me sharpen it really quick. I like to go on the outside of the skin with this because it just gives a little bit of it gives a little, it's called, yeah, red Tuscan. It just adds the blood back in. I like to do it on Caucasian women, and I'm doing it on this Native woman. And anybody who knows any different than this, please correct me, because I like to have respect for all cultures. And I had watched a show a long time ago, and a Native man had said they like to call Native American. So I'm like, okay. They said Indian is very much of an insult, because that's just when the English came here, just what they called them. So, you know, it's an insult. So I was like, oh, okay, I got it. I've always called them natives. And then there was a guy who said no, or I was called Native American. And then there was another, I was watching another show and they said, no, we just want to be called natives. And I'm like, okay. So that's why I say natives now, instead of even saying Native American. And if I got anything wrong, please correct me, because I try to be respectful of everyone's culture. That is for sure. We're humans and we deserve respect. Okay, so that red, it's this color here, this Tuscan red. It doesn't, it's a really cool red. It's Prismacolor Premier. It's a reddy brown. It's like a brick color. I love it. And just adds that little bit of like warmth back into the skin. So I really like it. I'm just gonna put a little bit more of that right in through here. There we go. Okay, so now let's go with the eyes. And I drew a couple of eyes, and then I played around with colors for her eyes. So I'm very excited to do them because I already have it pre-planned, and yeah, I'm excited to do her eyes. I mean, I don't know if people like to hear that or not, that I pre-plan things, but you guys, I mean, all these things are like decisions. And they're not always all easy decisions. And I don't want to get on here and just, you know, flip-flap around him and ha. You don't have time for all that. Nobody has time for that. Nobody has time for him humming around. You want to get the information and see things you want to adapt into your own art and keep it moving. You don't want to be watching me all day. And what's weird is this color I'm putting on, this is the color I thought, oh, I don't think I'll like this one. And then it was the one I liked the most. I was like, okay. You don't know until you, try it. And then you're like, oh, okay. All right, so while that's drying, you guys, while that's drying, let's do her lips. And I'm going to use this. I love this. This is another pastel. Now, this is a true creamy pastel. It's like a lipstick almost, but it dries down pretty quickly and pretty nicely. It looks like this. I don't know if she does sell this still. It might be at Michael's still. I'm not sure. Hopefully you guys saw me watercoloring those eyes up. Sorry, that's what they look like. Okay. And I used, in case I didn't show you, I used this palette. It's the gold palette. And I used this color right here. That like Sedona color, Sedona brownie red color. Okay. We're going to let that dry. And I love to do like a watercolor for the eye, or a water soluble crayon or something like that, because it makes it look like makes it look like water. Like an eye is. It looks real watery, right? Okay. So I'm going to, let me see which one I want to use for her lips. Just a second, I'm testing it out over here on the side. Do I want that, or do I want this? I think I want this one. I want the darker one. Okay, so for her lips, I chose that color right there. You guys, I've had this for like 3 years. Something around that time. It goes on like a cream, and it dries down like a pastel. So I think she calls them creamy pastels. Is that what it's called? I'm looking at the title. Oh, she doesn't have a title on here. It might be on the bottom. But you saw the picture. So if you want to look for these, you can. And also Amazon has a bunch of her stuff. And then you can also go on the Jane Davenport website. But this was something that came in that whole line that looks like makeup. So, and it came out like probably 2 or 3 years ago. Something like that. It's probably been 3 years. I went out of the line a little bit. Okay. I'm not too concerned about going out of the line too much. I mean, I want to stay in the line of her lips, but if I go out a little bit, it'll look like a little bit of color bounced off onto the skin. No major. Okay, gorgeous. Now, we're going to let that dry, and once that dries, then we're going to line it, I think, with this Tuscan red color here, that brick color. Okay, so we'll line her lips with this, but we'll come back to that. Let's go back to the eyes. I'm sure the eyes are dry now. Yes, they are. All right, let's go in and start doing the shading on the eyes. Putting some, we're putting some, it's not just shading. I'm going to put some oomph back into her eyes. But it is shading, so we'll call it shading for now. So I can think of a better word. All right, so let me see what color I'm using. Just a second, people. It's one of these two colors. I'll know once I test drive it over here. Which one do I want to do? I'm going to do this one. Okay, this is Prismacolor Pencil Sienna Brown. So we're going to start up in the crux of the eye. Let me make sure that you guys are seeing what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to start up here in the crux of the eye. Okay. And then let's blend that. And on my black woman, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with her eyes. I was thinking about giving her the same color eyes as her. But my black girl over here, I might give her green eyes. Okay. And if you go, I want to leave that center lighter, okay? And if you go too far, just simply use your eraser and erase back. Also pencil, you can erase back. That's what I like about the pencils, like the good pencils, like Prismacolor pencils. And there's plenty of other blendable pencils. Anyway, I like these because you can, when, if you make a mistake or you don't like what you're doing, you can always, erase it. Like acrylic paint can be nice, but acrylic paint's not forgivable. If you make a mistake or you don't like what you did, you can paint over it, but you can't erase it. Again, let's open up that middle part right there, so we're not too far down. Okay, gorgeous. Oh, I love these eyes. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to take this dark umber color, Prismacolor Premier, and just in the super crux of the eye, just deepen it with a little bit of brown. Just to give it a little more depth right there. take your blender pencil, blend it out, blend it out. Very pretty. So take this dark umber again and just put a little bit of brown, darker brown right in there. Okay. Okay. Gorgeous. Love it. I feel like I kind of went outside of the lines right there. Okay. Maybe I didn't. Okay. Oh, the eyes look gorgeous. Let me see what you guys are seeing. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. The other thing I want to do with the eyes is, after doing all the watercoloring and all of that and the pencil, you start losing the shape of the eye, right? So we're going to redefine the shape of the eye, redefine the like dark kind of eyeliner that I did. So let's just go back over it with my ink pen, and I'm using a, this is what I did to ink out my girl. I used a Zig 05 Millennium. So what I feel like I'm doing is, one, redefining the eye, but number two, I feel like I'm also putting eyeliner on my girl. And I like to do a really heavy eyeliner, as you can see. And I'm going to redefine the eyeball. There we go. Okay. We'll darken the iris here in just a second. Just tracing the outside of it. Okay, I'm also going to come and go back over the eyelashes. You may have to, because you're dealing with pencil and all kinds of stuff. If your pen starts getting mucked up, then just wipe it off on a side piece of paper. Okay. All right, love that. Take another, this is a Le Pen, I think, yeah. And I'm just going to go over the iris. So it's real nice and dark. Okay. So look how nice and dark the iris is again. So everything's been redefined. I feel like I put on some nice black eyeliner, heavy. I do my girls, as far as like their kind of like their makeup, the same way I do my makeup. For the most part, I like all the neutrals for eyeshadow, for the most part. And I like the skin to be really, really highlighted and shaded and just be really perfected. And I love a heavy eyeliner. I like a heavy black eyeliner. Now, not everybody can wear a heavy black eyeliner, but I think women of color, black women, can definitely. I think it could really define our look because, you know, we have dark skin. So put a really heavy liner is really going to bring out and emphasize our eyes. That's how I feel about it. But I think everyone would look good with a lot of eyeliner. In fact, when I see people doing makeup demos and they're not really wearing eyeliner, I'm like, line your eyes. I'm yelling at them like they're hearing me. Line your eyes. But some people line their eyes and they just feel like it's too much. So, you know, you gotta do you. You got to do you. That's for sure. pen getting clogged up there. Okay. Okay. That looks awesome. Did I? Oh, I didn't do the. Gotta line this. It cracks me up so much how I do my girls' makeup, basically, and shade and highlight them the way I do my own face, because my eyebrows, I like to define my eyebrows, but I don't like to get them real heavy and like real obvious that I did that. So I don't go back over the eyebrows. So all kinds of stuff is over them. The original watercoloring is over them. The shading is over them, and I like that, so they don't take a front seat. And there's some people who feel about eyebrows like really making them defined as much as I feel about eyeliner. This is how much I love eyeliner and mascara. If I only had to choose a few items to wear, I would choose eyeliner, mascara, and lipstick or lip gloss, because your lips are, you got your lips done and you got your eyes accented. I think you can look just gorgeous. Okay. Now, let's go back to the lips. Was I off camera with that the whole time? Oh my goodness. Sorry guys. I was just redefining that eye. I hope I wasn't off camera for too long. Let's do the lips. And people always ask me, why do you have that mirror? For reasons just like that. Being all the way off the out of focus so people can't see. That's exactly why, so I can check. Okay. Oh, I love that for her lips. Looks so deep and just voluptuous. I love it. Okay. And we'll blend it out a little bit. Blend that lip color, and the pencil goes right over that creamy pastel and just blends out into it perfectly. Okay. All right, let me put this up and let me bring this up. Let me bring it down. There we go. That's why I keep getting out of focus so easily. There we go. Okay, so now let's, oh, you know, I need to just see this little Cupid part here. I just need to, let's just throw some brown there. And her nostrils, let's darken those up a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Love. Okay, next we need to do some highlighting. You know, I'm thinking about doing some tears coming down on her face. But if they don't turn out right, I will be quite perturbed. So for right now, I'm not going to do it. I might experiment with that off camera and then we'll see. But anyway. Yeah, we'll see. But now let's do some highlighting. Okay. With some white acrylic paint. Did that clear that out? My paint bottle's been clogged forever. It's just irritating. There we go. Unclogged it. Okay, and then I want my liner brush. So this is what I'm talking about, working with the liner brush here. Mix it with a little bit of water so we can get a little bit of, loosen up the paint a little bit. Not too much. And then you guys, we'll do my girl over here, then we'll do the hair, and then we'll do, of course, the mixed media background. So, all right, so let's throw the catch lights in the eye. The eyes are about to come alive right now, and it all has to do about these catch lights. Don't you think? I think it's all about the catch lights. Gorgeous. Okay, also, we are going to, are we going to fairy dust her eyes? I almost feel like I don't want to fairy dust her eyes, and I can't believe I'm saying that. Let's definitely put a little white dot on the nose for a little highlight on the nose. Let's put some highlight on the lips, of course. Okay. I love her just like that. That's it. You guys know how a lot of times I'll fairy dust the eyes. I put all that, all the little glittery looking eyes, but I just think she just looks so gorgeous like this. I don't want to do that. I think this is just perfect. And we're going to give her, of course, black hair. But in the black hair, we're going to put white highlights in it, some blue highlights. So I think I'm going to do a black acrylic paint on her hair. And my black girl will have the same hair because their hair will mesh together. I'm going to give her, I'll take a pencil. I think I'll take a Prismacolor pencil and do the lining in her hair. Over the acrylic paint. You guys, acrylic paint down and then using pencil over it. Oh, it's such a good, it has such a good a foundation for pencil to go over. Acrylic paint and pencil is awesome. So, yeah, that is it. I think we got her. I think she looks absolutely gorgeous. One second, I just see it. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to be doing mixed media all on the outside of all this, but it bothers me to have things looking kind of messed up. There we go. Plus, when I take pictures, I don't want it all messy. Okay. I hope too many times I wasn't out of frame, you guys. Hope I caught myself enough that you guys didn't see more. I wasn't out of frame too much. Oh my gosh, I think that she just looks so beautiful. There's the neck and there's the face. Oh, love it. And then, like I said, we'll give her black hair and do tons of beautiful color going through it. Even though it's black hair, we'll do some blue going through it and white going through it. So it'll be gorgeous. Okay, you guys, that is it for now. Let me know how you're liking this concept of these two girls together. If it's something you think you'd like to try yourself. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. Also, if whatever art you do or crafting you do, you can always come and post your work in our magical little place. The link is always below. Come and do that and share your art. Whatever it is, knitting, crocheting, mixed media, junk journaling, whatever it is. Everybody's welcome, okay? All right, that is it. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And the next one, we'll be working on our black woman. Okay? So this series is a black woman next to a native. Together with a native. I just think it's going to be gorgeous. Okay, you guys, that is it. I will talk to you guys next one. Bye-bye. Has this not been taped on this one?